I'm Aaron Graber with Ventrac, and today we're going to go over the Ventrac Leaf Plow. The Leaf Plow is one of the simplest attachments in our lineup. Its sole purpose is to help move high volumes of leaves. Some of the features that make this possible are the poly bristles on the bottom, the rubberized containment wings, and the expanded metal in the center section of the plow that allow the operator to see through to the leaves they're working with. We were inspired to create this attachment because there was really nothing available to the true commercial users out there who do high volumes of leaves and have problems getting by with traditional equipment. Anybody that's dealt with high volumes of leaves know that with a traditional backpack blower or even a turbine blower like you can get on a Ventrac, there's a threshold that you can't get past. When you have enough leaves that those blowers can't keep up, they build a wall of leaves that you can't blow over or around. At that point, the only way to remove those leaves is to bring a vac truck in or to push them to another area. It's not likely that a leaf plow will replace a blower in your fleet. It's more meant to work alongside a blower. A blower does a really good job of clearing the ground completely so there's no leaves left at all, but it gets overwhelmed when you reach those high volumes. A plow handles the high volumes really well and helps relocation, but it's never going to be perfectly clean sweep on the ground. Because of the need for a blower along with a plow, we also designed this to be able to run on the rear of a Ventrac so you can run them both in tandem. To do this on a 4500 tractor, you'll need a 3-point hitch and a 3-in-1 receiver. This attachment requires no PTO or hydraulics to operate. This also means that you'd be able to run the Ventrac Leaf Plow on any other piece of equipment that has a Category 1 3-point hitch. All you need is our 3-in-1 receiver to go between the two, and you'd be able to use this attachment on any of those pieces of equipment. During the development of this attachment, we consulted with various municipalities and large campuses to see how they would use a product like this and then make tweaks accordingly. One of the best examples of the functionality of this leaf plow is one of the park districts we worked with in development. So what they typically do is use a few Ventracs with turbine blowers, and they'll blow those leaves into a center area, and then they have a vac truck that drives around and picks up those areas. And what they were able to do is use the leaf plow to push those leaves towards the vac truck in more of a central area and keep the turbine blowers working at their most efficient pace, all while the vac truck stays put and picks leaves up all in one shot. Ultimately, this sped up the operation, reduced man hours, and was a cost and labor savings for the municipality. The biggest gain in efficiency you'll notice from the leaf plow is that you don't have to be as aggressive about chasing leaves as they fall. With just a blower, you have to follow the leaves every time there's a light covering, otherwise you'll get behind and you won't be able to move the pile. If you have a plow in conjunction with your blower, you're able to let more leaves stack up, and then you can actually push those leaves out. So you're sending guys out less times, and when you send them out, you're spending less time doing the task. Operation of the Ventrac Leaf Plow is very simple. It attaches to the hitch arms on the front of the tractor or to the rear 3-point of the tractor, and you run it in float. It's not recommended to run any weight transfer with this attachment because you want it to be engaging the ground as much as possible. This leaf plow can be run in high or low range depending on your conditions and the terrain you're working on. The center portion of the leaf plow has a 60-inch operating width, and the overall operating width is 78 inches with the containment wings attached. This leaf plow is 50 inches tall and 28 inches in length. The only technical setup requirements for the leaf plow are to make adjustments based on your own preferences and conditions for how the brush contacts the ground. How much space you leave between the bristles and the ground depends on how aggressive you want to be and how your turf can handle it. If you have really quality established turf that can handle it and you want to get as clean a sweep as possible, you can go down to maybe an inch or less of gap. You also want to make sure that at all times the bristles are nearly vertical to the surface you're working on. That allows them to catch the debris underneath, fling it forward, and provide the cleanest sweep possible. The pitch of the bristles is adjusted by a combination of the bolts on the hitch arms and also the adjustment in the caster wheels. As the bristles wear down, you can also lower the whole bristle assembly in the unit so that you get longer life out of the bristles themselves. When the bristles are worn out completely, you can replace those bristles as a unit and keep your same leaf plow running. The containment wings are also designed to be replaceable so that if you have an impact with a tree or some other obstruction and you bend the wings, you can replace those as an individual part. The rubber flaps on the side and bottom are built to take small impacts because we know not every surface you're working on is a perfect surface. Because of the soft nature of all of the contact points to the ground, this plow doesn't need a trip function, and it can actually be operated at fairly high speeds forward. Depending when you're watching this video, leaves might not be at the front of your mind. But we know that if you have leaves to take care of, there's going to be a time in the fall, 4 to 6 weeks, where they're an absolute pain for you. And this attachment will completely change your world and how you manage those leaves. When there's a huge pile to push, you can push it with the Ventrac Leaf Plow. Thank you for watching this video on the Ventrac Leaf Plow. For more information on this attachment and our other products, visit us online at ventrac.com. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on all of our other social media.